The old woman quietly turned her wheelchair around and deliberately bumped into the approaching caregiver. But she wasn't mentally ill at all, she was actually an assassin. Immediately after, with her partner covering for her, Ellie slipped into the restroom. She then forcefully climbed out through the window. Though she had been paralyzed for 10 years, she had trained her upper body to extraordinary strength. Her floral clothes blended perfectly with the flowers on the exterior wall, fooling the gardener who was busy trimming the lawn. Ellie climbed up to the 3rd floor, targeting none other than her ex-boyfriend, Max. He already suffered from heart disease, so she had bought a batch of castor beans online in advance. From them, she extracted ricin. With the syringe she had just stolen, all she needed was to wait for Max to take his afternoon nap, and she could kill him effortlessly. However, the nursing home assigned every resident a health wristband. Once a heartbeat stopped, an alarm would go off. Fortunately, Ellie had never been one to follow rules, and she never charged her wristband. As a result, the monitoring system always showed her as deceased. Now she only needed to swap wristbands with Max to create the illusion that he was still alive. After that, Ellie simply had to return the same way she came, and she would have a perfect alibi. Even though a long line had formed outside the restroom, her partner was guarding the door. When the director finally lost patience and pushed the door open, Ellie was already back in her wheelchair.
Oh, good. You gonna help me wipe?
The final step was to find another chance to switch the wristband back. Today was the nursing home's scheduled trip to the zoo. Ellie and her partner quietly slipped away from the group. They then found a secluded corner. Only an electric shock could simulate the symptoms of a heart attack. And since Ellie was paralyzed from the waist down, she didn't have to worry about involuntary urination. As the wristband flashed red, the nursing home's monitoring panel triggered an alert. Max was in critical condition. The caregivers rushed in and attempted resuscitation, but he had already been dead for almost an hour. Everything they did was in vain. When Ellie returned from the outing and brushed past the corpse, her sorrowful expression hid an uncontrollable sense of joy. Elderly residents falling sick or dying was commonplace in a nursing home. No one would suspect murder, nor would anyone report it for an autopsy. The caregiver assumed Max's wristband had simply run out of power and casually placed it back on the charging dock. Ellie had anticipated this. Seizing the moment when no one was around, she switched the wristband back, and just like that, a perfectly executed murder came to an end.